a moment in the debate is kind of turning people off and pissing them off. I'm sorry. And, a lot of moments pissed me off, particularly when Joe Biden just bashed the left and a bunch of normie, centrist, bootlicking Democrats are going, oh my God, he didn't do that. Anyway, so oh God, I love doing that. It's just, anyway, that's how they sound to me. I'm sorry. So Joe Biden, there's a part of the debate where Joe Biden's talking about the military and his son, Beau, who had died. And Beau Biden, if you don't know the story, he had a terminal illness. He died from it when Joe Biden was vice president, obviously under Obama. And so he's talking about that. And he's saying, basically, he brings up the fact that, hey, you called the people of the military losers and suckers. Suckers and losers. And might I just say, I kind of believe it just because it's Trump. And he has made certain comments and he's attacked military people and their families and wounded soldiers and fallen soldiers and their families. And, Khizr Khan, his son had unfortunately passed away due to him, being in war, and Trump attacked him and his family. Anyway, so I kind of believe it, but others are saying they kind of don't based on who the writer is and him having a problematic past and his record and whatever it is. So Joe Biden brings that up and he says, well, my son Beau was in the military. He's not a loser. He's not a sucker. And, then he says, he died, right? And Trump, as he had done before, brought up Hunter Biden. And Hunter Biden did a lot of corrupt deals in China and Ukraine and all of that. And that's neither here nor there right now, okay? It is fair game to talk about. But Trump, when Joe Biden's talking about the military and he's not defending himself, not saying, I didn't call them losers and suckers. What the hell are you talking about? He goes back to Hunter Biden. And he says, oh, didn't Hunter Biden, hey, Hunter Biden was a cocaine addict and Hunter Biden was really bad. Hey, did you know he was a cocaine addict? That really pissed a lot of people off. I know the whole stand by and stand back comment really just, or stand back and stand by, or stand down and stand by, whatever the comment was, proving that Trump is a white supremacist himself and a racist. Anyway, that line got a lot of coverage, but I think Kyle Kalinske from Secular Talk is correct when he says this didn't get a lot of press coverage, nor did it get a lot of reaction on Twitter and all the others. And I'm like, whoa, dude, oh wow. He basically talked about an addict. Hunter Biden was an addict, and he got over it, and he had a problem, and Trump made fun of him for that. And it came off as just a petty, personal, I'm going to make fun of your son for being an addict of cocaine. And I think a lot of us have had families, family members or friends or someone we know, a coworker, someone who has been an addict, be it of alcohol, be it of cocaine, of, marijuana is not really addicting, but of methamphetamine and propofol and ketamine and ketamine. I don't know. I'm not a medical person, but we've seen people be addicted, and people go to AA. People go to AA and they go to rehab and they try and better themselves if they can get out of that. And we've seen people unfortunately lose their lives due to addiction or their jobs or their career or their kids or their family, their husbands, their wives, whatever. And Trump is coming out and attacking a man for of all things, being an addict and getting over that. Like that is petty crap, man. That is, look, I'm no fan of Hunter Biden. I'm no fan of Joe Biden. But it's like, dude, are you serious? This, I think, is going to piss a lot of people off because a lot of what Trump did in 2016 was, I want to cure addicts. I want to help the people who are addicted. I want to do funding for I'm forgetting it at this point. It'll come back to me. But he wanted to fund programs so that, we could protect people and we could end addiction and we could get them healed. And so, he talked about that. And then he came in and cut a lot of those programs and took money away from them and right? So he didn't really care about that. And, he really just went after someone for that exact issue. And a lot of his base is probably like that. I mean, they're crazy, but just a lot of his base and a lot of potential voters are maybe getting over addiction themselves or having a family member of that kind of, or in that kind of ordeal. And look, I don't think that's going to serve Trump well. And I don't think it was a good moment of the debate just because I felt it was way too personal. Look, I expected this from Trump, but I wouldn't have talked about Hunter Biden at all at that portion when Biden was talking about the military and Beau Biden. And I also wouldn't have talked about his addiction problem and making fun of him for that, because that is just brutal, number one, being an asshole, number two, and number three, or letter C, whatever you want to call it, how many voters or potential voters does he have now turned off and kind of pissed off because he comes out and makes fun of, Hunter Biden for being an addict and getting out of that. I don't think it's a good look, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be pissed off by it.